get started, I'm just put my AirPods back in their case with their nifty little AirPod case. One of the better AirPod cases you can get on the market on Amazon. Link in the description below. Now that that's out of the way, here's what we're doing today. This is one of those things that we don't need to do, but we're kind of doing it because I'm bored and I have the wrap. So what we're doing is we are going to put a brow, sort of, vinyl wrap on the top here. And since this video is kind of ridiculous, we're also going to put one here. And both of them will be on this video. And it's just going to be a little narrow vinyl brow, just on the top of the light. And because she's a raven, we can just use some black wrap. Just like this. So the first thing we really have to do this is we're going to cut a, well, people that have done this more often probably wouldn't need to make a template, but I suck at this, so I am going to make templates. And the only thing I have that's quite that long is a piece of cardboard, and I'm going to use as thin a cardboard as I can, or a piece of poster board if you have it, to follow the contour of the light here. And as you can see, it goes back in under the trunk, which we need to pop our trunk in my keys or in the house. So let me get the trunk open, and we're going to cut a template that's going to sit up here, and we'll cut back to that. Got the trunk popped, and this is a template I've cut, and that's the look that we're going to go for, just like that. And it's going to wrap down just a little bit along the side of the taillight here and right over here. But you see there's actually this contour line in the taillight right here, so we're going to have to watch for that. So after you get that done, we're going to come over here to our wrap that I have on the bench that I should have made a how-to video for. And this is difficult to do because I'm trying to hold all of this. So hold on, one camera. I'm on the phone, sorry. So we're going to simply trace the template onto the back of the wrap like this. And we're going to, hold on if you can see that better. And we're going to cut it out, and we're going to trim it as best we can and make it as straight as possible to fit the taillight. After we get it cut, we want to make sure it's going to line up how we want. And I've taken a couple of trims here and there, and it's fitting just how I want it to. So the next thing we got to do, and this is really important, is prep. We have to clean this really, 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 really good, and make sure that there's no little bugs dried on it or any specks of dirt that are stuck to the plastic. It has to be as smooth as possible. So I'm going to get a drop or two of dish soap to get the grease off of it, and I'm going to clean this really well, and then we're going to get some water on it and peel and stick. And we're going to see if I can do this without causing a hash of it here. It's probably going to be really bad on camera. Please don't judge me, I'm really bad at this sort of thing. If I can get the... Alright, so once that's on, get yourself a straight edge. Get them air bubbles out. It sounds like my honeymoon. Yeah, I know that's the second time I've used that joke. get all of our air bubbles worked out here, like so. And that pretty much is all we need to do. And to cover the edge right here where it's trying to roll a little bit, we're just going to get the heat gun and put the heat gun on it just a tad, and that'll be that. Sure to get those little stuck down everywhere. I'm sure I'll be told how to do this better next time. I'm not good at these things, everybody. I just do my best. And I'll tell you, thus far, I'm really happy with the way that turned out right there. See how it looks. I'll get you guys just to there. See, I think that looks pretty dynamite. The light's a little bit less obtrusive. I mean, of course, we still have the top edge of the light up here, but I'm not really concerned about that, especially when the trunk is down. This will be hidden right here, all of this. As it sits like that, I'm pretty happy with that. So let me get to the other side. And that's the back. Same exact process we did on the other side. I think it's a nice little touch. It's not really that noticeable unless you know what to look for, and I think it kind of takes away from how chromy they look on top there. I think it looks really nice. The headlight though, that's where it's going to make a difference. Hopefully these will go on a little smidge easier, even though the template is going to be going up to there, and it will be best to at least loosen the first few bolts here along the hood, which we might do, or the bumper, which we might do, just so we can get a little bit more access to get the vinyl to go up under there. So let me get a template, and we're going to cut a template for here, and I'm going to lay the template on here so you can see about what I'm thinking about doing. And I'm also going to get an Allen head, and I'm going to pull out these 5 bolts that go along the front of the bumper here. And yours will be, I believe, 10mm, but I have the CR3 Motorsports Dress Up Kit, which is the stainless, or the aluminum washers and stainless hardware. So I'm going to pull those bolts out real quick so I can lift the front of the bumper and get up under here. So here's a template that I'm thinking about, something like this. Not big, but just enough to kind of take all that glare off, because these are Windjet headlights, and they're chrome all along here, and I like the LED running light that they have in them, but they're just so dang chrome. I'm not a chrome person. If it won't go, chrome it. That's why my truck is chrome. So this is kind of what we're looking at. And I already pulled that loose there, as you can see. We can't get it too loose because of the headlight. I don't know which one to call them, the brackets that go around the headlight. But it's definitely giving us enough room to get up under there to do that. I really don't want to have to pull the bumper off to get that off of there to get this on right. We might trim the wrap back a little bit because the template goes all the way up to the back of the headlight, and it runs the contour of the whole headlight. But you can see how far back in it goes from over here, and it's under there a ways. We'll see. But at any rate, this is what we're going for. Like this. If I have to pull part of the bumper off so I can get at that better. See, that's what we need to access, is right up under there. I might trim the wrap so we can get to it with the bumper lifted up like this, and it just won't go back all the way. That way we can still get the vinyl under there to wrap along the headlight the correct way. So let me cut some vinyl, and we got to clean these headlights just the same as we did on the back. So I called a bit of an audible, and I took a little bit more off than we had originally, and I think it'll end up looking better. It'll show more of the daytime running lights where the LEDs are. So that's what we're looking with. I think we're not going to have a problem getting underneath the bumper there. We'll just peel that part last, and it'll lay where it's going to lay. That's going to be the least seen part, but this part up here has to be really good. That's got to be our focus, is right here. So I've got the water, I've got the rag, I've got the soap. So we're going to clean the headlight real well, and we're going to get this dude on there. Let's see how good we can do this on the first take. I can't believe we'll be as lucky as we were on the back, but we're going to try. So like I said, this is where our focus is going to be. So we're going to stick it back there first. I hear the jokes that I'm making, and I'm trying not to make them. Okay, that is where we want that. This is going to be the difficult part. Professionals, I know that you're cringing at me right now, but please be patient. I could literally not do that again if I tried, and I'm going to have to try to do it again on the other side. So, same MO. Remember, where our focus is, where it has to be the best, is where it's most visible. And it's right up here. It's just like we did in the back. We're going to need the heat gun on there for sure to bring that down. We don't want to cause a crease. The heat gun will do most of that work for us right there. Let's try to get the air bubbles out most we can, the water, like so. That's going to be the only what if right there. Be very diligent in our cleaning and getting the air bubbles out right here on the headlight where it shows. There we go. It's looking mighty nice. I don't know if I could wrap that good everywhere. I'd wrap more stuff. We're liable to get into a what all can we wrap phase. Start wrapping stuff. Yeah, that laid down just like I thought it would, so that's perfect. Y'all, I'm
I know there's a lot of you professionals that are literally cringing at this and going, my God, what are you doing? But I'm genuinely just tickled at how well this has worked. Yes, I said tickled. I'm genuinely thrilled with this. Let me get my heat gun on there and bring that down. I mean, obviously it won't reach because we have to have something not perfect. But we're getting there. Bear with me. As I grab that full extension cord in the back. Alright, need to save that. I'm gonna actually use the backing that we pull off of this to cut the other one to match this one exactly. So this is important. Don't burn your headlight. Keeping a very healthy distance here. Just a little bit at a time. That is going to be the problem area. Is right up here. That's going to take the most work. Is right there where it wraps around the top of the headlight. Although I might have gotten it. Son of a gun, we did. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit of heat on the rest of it just to make sure it's nice and on there. Like I said, don't scald your headlight. Get some up under there, even though that laid down perfect up there. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alright, we'll let Mother Nature do her business on the rest of it. And me, being the genius tactician that I am, this car's been waxed and polished and sitting here waiting on a car show this weekend. And I'm doing work on it, getting it dirty. So I'm also having to polish half the car. Literally, each light that we do, I'm having to come back around it and get everything else off the car, so it stays pretty. All right. I don't know what y'all are thinking, but I'm thinking that that's pretty dynamite right there. I like that a lot. Let's go do that one. And there's the finished product. I have never done a project that's worked out quite as well as this. Every time I've tried to use a wrap, it's messed up some form or another. But this, I am absolutely thrilled with how it looks. I think it adds a distinct angry feature to the front of the car, and most importantly, gets rid of that ungodly chrome in the headlights. So between that and the brow on the taillights, I think that we're doing much better for the FRS. Well, that's all for this video. Most of you probably know how to do this already. Those of you who don't, there you go. That's what it could look like, or a different kind of style, depending on how you cut your wrap. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Behind me, you'll see a car.